Peace and blessings to all of God's children on this beautiful day. I want to share a certain theme that's been sort of resounding all the day. I've been in 2 or 3 different places and the same issue comes up. I'm going to deal with the third epistle or the third letter of John. And it's only 1 chapter, so I'm going to read it and comment as I go along. But the theme of this is Gaius has shown his character in receiving foreigners or travelers that was coming on. I mean, travel wasn't like it is now. I mean, that was a big deal going from one place to another. But John is commenting on how impressed he is, how they receive him. And as a hater in that, but okay, let me read this. First verse. The elder unto the well-beloved Gaius, whom I love in the truth. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. Verse 3. For I rejoiced greatly when the brethren came and testified of the truth that is in you, even as thou walkest in the truth. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth. It's John talking. Beloved, this is verse 5. Beloved, thou dost faithfully whatsoever thou dost to the brethren and to strangers. This is all about strangers, which have borne witness of thy charity before the church. Your character is supposed to not just speak about you, but speak about your community, your church, the people you hang with, whom if thou bring forward on their journey after a godly sort, thou shalt do well. Anybody traveling and sojourning service of God, Verse 7. Because that for his name's sake they went forth, taking nothing of the Gentiles. Verse 8. We therefore ought to receive such, that we might be fellow helpers to the truth. Verse 9. I wrote unto the church, but Diotrephes, who loveth to have the preeminence among them, receiveth us not. Diotrephes was somebody. He felt like they were stealing his thunder. He didn't want nobody to get his shine. But anyway. Wherefore, if I come, I will remember his deeds which he doeth, prating against us. That's means gossiping, speaking ill about one another. Prating. That's what's meant by that. Against us with malicious words, and not content therewith. Neither doth he himself receive the brethren. He ain't even trying to fool with y'all no kind of way. And forbiddeth them that would, and casteth them out of the church. Verse 11. Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good. Don't get caught up in that fool's mess. He that doeth good is of God, but he that doeth evil have not seen God. And that's a point here I'm trying to make. I can get back to that. Demetrius have good report of all men, and of the truth itself. Yea, and we also bear record. And ye know that our record is true. I had many things to write, but I will not with ink and pen write unto thee. But I trust I shall shortly see thee, and we shall speak face to face. Peace be to thee. Our friends salute thee. Greet the friends by name. Now that peace be to thee, in that ancient language, I know what y'all think about al-Islam, but that is assalamu alaikum. Okay, but anyway, I digress. This letter, especially this character, Diotrephes, and I had to really pronounce this guy. It's a tongue test. But Diotrephes was he had some status, he had some position in the church and everything, but he wasn't doing the right thing. Christ said, what you do for the least of them, you do for me. He ran some drills by him. I was in prison. You didn't come see me. I was hungry and broke. You didn't do nothing for me. And they said, when did we not do that? He said, when you didn't do it for the least of them. This is Christ talking here in Scripture. So this is consistent with that. And he was saying, look, don't get it twisted. Just because Diotrephes has got a position, now if you're going to stand by him, remember you're standing with the devil. He ain't doing what's right and true. Now, this guy Demetrius, down here in verse 12, he said, look, his character speaks for himself. Foreigners talk about Demetrius and talk about his work. See, you ain't really got to get on social media for people to feel your fire if you're doing good works. Now, if you're doing other things, then you got to act accordingly. But I'm just saying, in this perspective here, if you're trying to get it, as I say, Rastafari right, and when I say that, true to what is righteous, true to what the truth is, and lining up with the will of the Most High God, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of himself in the light of this world. See, we're trying to walk with God here. And what we're saying is your character will speak not only for you, but for your family, for your community, for your nation. See, that's something else right now. We are nationless people. If you sit around and really examine a lot of folk, not everybody, I mean, it's a lot of people, everybody, I'm telling you, it's a lot of people, they want to be defined through external situations that, that your character, we're here to build character and to build it in righteousness. Peace and blessings to all y'all. I pray some came out of this reading and concerning the issue of what you do in righteousness. That's what counts. As we said, as they say in the church, it's only what you do for Christ. Less you and more the greater being. Peace and blessings to all of God's children.